But it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, Morpheus. It's the force of aging. I spent my entire career to stop it, but it's everywhere.
It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Now we have the chance to do something about it. We can change the face of skincare forever.
This is your last chance. There is no turning back.
The only thing we can change is the march of aging. Teach me the ways of the Matrix so we can win the battle once and for all.
This is a sparring program, similar to the programmed reality of the Matrix.
It has the same basic rules like gravity. Some of them can be bent. Others can be broken. Understand? Then hit me, if you can.
Mr. Chang, we've been expecting you.
And I've been waiting for this for a long time. Are you telling me we can dodge the bullets of aging?
No. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
Whoa.
All of our lives, we have fought this war. Tonight, I believe we can end it.
We can, and we will.
Please welcome Chief Scientific Officer and Executive Vice President, Dr. Joe Chang.
That was my day job. Now I have to pretend to be a scientist now. Thanks. Hello, everyone. It's been great this morning. And you ready for ageLOC? Happy birthday, New Skin. Thank you. Well, we're 25 years young. And we have every reason imaginable to celebrate, right? We're looking better. We're more youthful every day. We're feeling stronger, healthier, and more vigorous than ever before. We're happier, more positive, more focused, and more optimistic than any other time in the history of this great company. Don't you think it's great to be physically fit, emotionally fulfilled, and financially secure? What a wonderful gathering of the New Skin clan today. There is no secret that together, the New Skin experience, the New Skin opportunity, and the New Skin products are largely responsible for the way we all feel today. It's the quintessential example of the difference demonstrated, and one more reason to celebrate. Now, as you heard from Truman, New Skin's ageLOC science has unlocked another incredible opportunity for all of you. We have obtained key insights that we believe will forever change the anti-aging industry. So, during the next little while, I would invite you to come with me on this journey that will reveal the full potential of this new opportunity. Let's begin at the beginning by realizing the fact that the anti-aging market is expected to grow from $100 billion to $176 billion over the next 6 years. Even if we had just 2% of the market, we would be a $3.76 billion company. Simple math, and that's incredibly amazing. Now, let's take a next step and see how ageLOC will make this a reality rather than simply a pipe dream. We are already known and highly respected for the quality of our health and beauty products. Our sales growth, as shown to you by Truman, over the last 25 years has nothing short of being spectacular. And now, new skin products are once again blazing a new trail for the anti-aging category. We are breaking new ground, not just in defining a new approach to anti-aging, but also how we can fundamentally attack aging at its source. This is a game-changing concept. In fact, with ageLOC, we believe we can dominate the anti-aging market. It's game over for the competition. But it's game on for all of you. So, this scenario is not just wishful thinking, okay? It is neither a fantasy nor an illusion. It is a reality because of what Nu Skin has done in product development over the last 25 years. And because our founders had an unwavering vision to create a dynamic and sustainable company. At Nu Skin, we are committed to excellence in everything we do. It's a commitment that relies on science as the engine that drives true innovation. A commitment that insists on exceptional results that can be clearly demonstrated. A commitment that has created a 25-year legacy of outstanding products that are innovative and effective. And it's a commitment to support your success. It is therefore not surprising that our tradition of innovation has led us to this emerging anti-aging market. No other organization has the expertise, the resources, and product lines to integrate skincare and nutrition into a singular product opportunity that resonates so widely and so loudly. We have the financial and scientific wherewithal to develop real products with real results. Consider LifePak Nano as our first exhibit. We were the very first nutritional company to introduce nanotechnology into a daily micronutrient product. We were the first, and we are still the only company to develop a scientifically validated tool that measures the benefits of antioxidants in the body. Not in a test tube, but inside the body where it counts. Not only do we say LifePak works, we guaranteed the results. We demonstrated the difference when none of our competitors could or even dared to do so. Our competitors would love to get hold of such a tool. They continue to talk. We prove. Talk is really cheap. Proof is priceless. Game over. Let me move on to the second exhibit, the galvanic spa. This little unit represents a dramatic technological breakthrough. By putting the galvanic technology into your hands, we can quickly and effectively demonstrate the difference in our personal care products. No ifs, No buts. Just proof, just visual proof of the potency of our products. Game over again. Now, no matter where I go, I hear the most amazing stories about the galvanic spark, how it impacts your business, and how first-time users are amazed at the results. You have shown me your favorite half-face pictures, and they are really amazing indeed. In fact, what company can you actually name that dares to put a half-face photo of one of its presidents on the back of a truck to demonstrate the efficacy of galvanic spark? Just name one company. So not only has our science led to products that make sense and don't require you to suspend your belief that they work, they also grow your business. That's really our primary objective in research and development. Developing game-changing products that will alter and disrupt the competitive landscape. This innovation is a hallmark of the new skin opportunity. But more importantly, it allows us to offer to all of you a sustainable business that never gets old. The critical mass that drives this innovation is our team of scientists, our 3 research labs in the United States and China, and our scientific advisors and collaborators who work in some of the leading research institutes in the world. The whole is indeed greater than the sum of its parts. And to further accentuate our focus on anti-aging, we have recently renamed our corporate scientific center in Provo. From now on, it will be known as the New Skin Enterprises Center for Anti-Aging Research. Thank you. Now, I believe that this is a first in the industry where skincare research and nutrition research are integrated into a unified research center. Today, I would also like to announce that we have merged our New Skin and Pharmanex Scientific Advisory Boards into one, again to reflect our anti-aging focus and competitive advantage in both nutrition and skincare. We believe that this board will have a far-reaching impact, leading to more breakthroughs and a continuous stream of new products for the next 10 to 20 years. Time is infinite for ageLOC. It is now my great pleasure to introduce some of the newer members of the Anti-Aging Scientific Advisory Board. As you can see, the board represents some of the best minds in aging research. And you'll be meeting at least 2 new members very shortly. Are you ready to talk about ageLOC now? Jeff Gamagami, are you ready to listen carefully? Mark Mabry, are you listening? And stop sending me emails? Fujisawa-san from Japan, are you excited? The Koreans obviously are. Okay, to be honest, actually some of you have been quite astute and gotten really, really close to what ageLOC is all about. Your questions were indeed insightful. Unfortunately, I have Truman, and Truman is no help in keeping ageLOC. Pardon the pun. Because he could hardly contain himself whenever you see him and ask him the question what ageLOC is all about. But now, let's all listen, because I can actually let slip the dots of war and explain the whole ageLOC story. Okay. Just to remind you, in terms of where we are in the ageLOC story, we have actually told you up to now that ageLOC is about addressing the sources of aging. Not just the science of aging, the sources, the ultimate sources of aging. It is about creating a platform that brings both skincare and nutrition under the same ageLOC umbrella. At its core, ageLOC fulfills the promise that Nu Skin made to all of you 25 years ago, and that is to discover the secret of youth. It is about the ageless quest we all pursue. It is about giving people the power to live young by providing products that effectively and comprehensively combat the signs of aging. Importantly, ageLOC radically alters the way we view aging and how we are going to approach the aging process. Simply put, aging research has come a long way, baby. And it's no longer a biological conundrum. So let's begin at the beginning and put the foundational science within context. At the highest level, we are working on what we are calling age-related supermarkers, or AR supermarkers, that will mark the stages of aging. Now, these AR supermarkers are located in the human genome, which defines who we are and how we are. Fundamentally, the discovery of AR supermarkers allows us to identify sources of aging accurately and quickly. Now, while this sounds like something that other companies might already be doing, and you've been asking me that, I can assure you, it's really not. Yeah, everybody has access to the human genome, there's no doubt, because it has now been decoded. It is indeed public information. But this decoding, in fact, it was a truly remarkable feat, and it involved hundreds of scientists from around the world. In fact, in the words of the director of the Human Genome Project, Dr. Francis Collins, who is now the director of the National Institutes of Health, it is humbling for me, he says, and awe-inspiring to realize that we have now caught the first glimpse of our instruction book, previously known only to God. I would place the Human Genome Project alongside splitting the atom and going to the moon. Essentially, we now know there are over 20,000 genes in practically every cell in your body. It is how these genes are going to behave that regulates our body functions. Since that watershed moment, the identification of the human genome, many scientists have been reading this book of life. But reading and understanding the book of life are two very different things. Understanding how over 20,000 genes work in combination is challenging, to say the least. But it's even more difficult to target those genes that are the sources of aging, and then develop products that address them in a meaningful way. So, it has become a race. The starting gun has sounded, and the race continues on today. With ageLOC, we believe we have created a key that opens the door leading to a better understanding of the aging process at the genetic level. It allows us to look at those genes that are related to aging. Now, I've personally spent more than 30 years in both pharmaceutical and nutrition science research. And to be quite honest with you, I've never been more excited than I am today with ageLOC. This is really cool, dude. And this is because with ageLOC science, we can target the genes that are responsible for aging. You are, and you will be the first to benefit from all the amazing and revolutionary discoveries that will emanate from ageLOC. ageLOC is exclusive to Nu Skin because of the following 3 critical cornerstones. These cornerstones translate to a unique competitive advantage in the anti-aging race. First, we can target the sources of aging. We are looking at not just a single gene, but functional groups of genes that influence aging. We refer to these genes as AR supermarkers, or more specifically, youth gene clusters. Second, only Nu Skin can identify AR supermarkers or youth gene clusters. The power of ageLOC also lies in the fact that we have proprietary technologies to measure the progression of the aging process at the molecular level in individual organs. Third, and most importantly, we can reset the youth gene clusters, YGCs, and reset them to their youthful state, a level that maintains them at a younger and healthier age. Okay? So simply put, we know what to do, we know how to do it, and we can do it. Thank you. So let's explore these in a little bit more detail. We're beginning to understand aging at the genetic level, as I've mentioned, and by targeting the human genome, we can exert a profound anti-aging benefit. Using exclusive technology and capitalizing on modern-day computing power, we can probe the human genome and identify the functional clusters of genes that are directly related to aging. Just as the discovery of the Rosetta Stone deciphered the Egyptian hieroglyphic writing, ageLOC is proving equally powerful to decode anti-aging at the genetic level. Still a little bit complicated? Let me demonstrate, okay? Let me bring one of my 2 esteemed colleagues on stage. Let me invite these 2 guys on stage to help me to illustrate this concept even more. So let's welcome Dr. Mark Bartlett, who's the Vice President of Pharmanex R&D, and Dr. Helen Nack, Vice President of Nu Skin R&D. Hi, Helen. Whoa. You did not steal that telescope, right? This is not the Hubble telescope. Okay. Now, you got to be set up in the right location. It's really key here. Now, this big thing here is ageLOC telescope. Okay? So, imagine that ageLOC is all about looking through this telescope to look at the 20,000 genes we have in the human genome. Much like Galileo, more than 400 years ago, who first developed his telescope to examine the millions of stars in the sky. All right? So, to make this example even more illuminating, pardon the pun, let's imagine that our technological advantage lies in the fact that we, Nu Skin, are the only ones who own this proprietary ageLOC telescope. Let's show you what I mean. you're supposed to bring on the video to show you the galaxy. Let's pretend I'm looking through this, right? Okay, we're going down the telescope and going into the clouds. That's really cool. I'm like the Matrix back again. Oh, that's Nu Skin Provost. Whoa, that's a security guard. He's really looking and protecting the building. That's somebody trying to work. No, he's on the internet, sorry. And we're going up into the galaxy, looking at all the different galaxies. Very good. We're coming back down. We're looking at all the Milky Way, the Crab Nebula, everything. Imagine, these are stars. And these stars sort of like represent genes, if you will. Okay, each star represents a single gene. And we're looking through with our ageLOC telescope. Just think each point represents a certain gene. And it keeps looking and looking with our ageLOC. And so, just imagine that you look at all these stars through our ageLOC telescope, and those particular stars represent genes. Now, let's take a closer look at ageLOC science. Oh, why don't you, I think you have something in your seat, right? Can you all sort of look under your seat and wave that in the air? And we can have the lights down. All of you, grab your glow stick. Lots of glow stick. I'll give you some time. Whoa! Eugene cluster. If some of the guys at the back look back, you can see a Eugene cluster suddenly appearing in the human genome. Right there. Oh, another one on the left. That's a YGC. Look at that. So, all these glow sticks are your 20,000 genes. Oh, there are two YGCs appearing. One on the left, one on the right. Eugene clusters indeed. So, I think you get the picture, if you will. Okay? So, thanks, Mark, and thanks, Alan. And we can move this to the side, this great big Hubble telescope. So, quite simple. Now, thanks to our proprietary ageLOC science, only Nu Skin has the power to identify these used gene clusters. The point is, with ageLOC, we can actually identify these functional groups of genes, which then unlock the genetic mystery associated with aging, so that we can understand and address aging at the source. Just like Galileo translated astrology to astronomy with his telescope, ageLOC is transforming the world of cosmetics and nutritional supplements from supposition to hard facts. Now, the skeptics who are still might be among you, we may even have competitors' representatives sitting in the audience, and they will say, this telescope, yeah, that's a pretty clever metaphor. And the glow sticks, really cool looking. But it didn't prove anything. It's not science, it's an illustration. Where's the proof? Many of you are here today. You are asking the same question. Show me the beef. I want to see the beef, not just the sizzle. Okay, let me now tell you how we did it in a real scientific way and how we managed to cross the aging Rubicon. The first critical insight comes from 35 years of research into caloric restriction and aging. Caloric restriction is considered the only method validated by science to preserve youth. No ifs, no buts. It's the only, let me repeat this, the only scientifically validated method of preserving youth is restricting our caloric intake. This concept of caloric restriction and longevity is well documented, supported by numerous research studies, and has been the subject of a great number of books and scholarly papers. But what was more important to me were these questions. How and why caloric restriction prolongs life? For me, that actually means I have to go back to the primary source of research discoveries, and that search led me to one of the foremost experts on caloric restriction and longevity. In my mind, that could only be one person, and that would be Dr. Richard Winder of the University of Wisconsin. In 1988, Dr. Winder co-authored the seminal work, The Retardation of Aging and Disease by Dietary Restriction, which is now widely regarded as the founding text on caloric restriction. Since then, he has written 2 more books on the topic and published more than 175 scientific papers on aging. So, when I first called Rick, he was kind enough, first of all, to pick up the phone and then to describe his lifelong work on caloric restriction to me. By the way, when we spoke on the phone, we had never met before. I told him that I was particularly interested in his caloric restriction research. And even more importantly to me, how he has been able to connect caloric restriction at the genetic level. As we talked, he became even more of a kindred spirit when I mentioned that there are scientific flaws in some of these studies that have been published on resveratrol. And he agreed. Indeed, we discussed that you don't have to drink 600 glasses of red wine to live longer. Anti-aging does not mean AA. I mentioned that we can actually do better by collaborating and incorporating his key insights into our anti-aging approach. Rick suggested that we meet, and eventually we did, and Rick and his colleagues, Dr. Tom Prala and Dr. Jamie Barger, met with the entire Nu Skin R&D team in Provo, and by the end of the first day, we knew we were at the cusp of a new breakthrough. In fact, when Rick introduced Dr. Prala to us, we recognized that we have found the academic dream team of aging researchers. Together, they have succeeded in generating the first detailed analysis of the aging process at the genetic level. A discovery that provided them with the basis for founding a company called LifeGen Technologies. So there you have it, our first partner, LifeGen Technologies. So, today, I'm really proud and extremely excited to announce that Dr. Winder and Dr. Tom Prala and LifeGen Technology scientists have entered into this exclusive partnership with Nu Skin. Thank you. We'll be combining our respective scientific expertise to create proprietary products for Nu Skin's future anti-aging product portfolio. So for now, give it up and put your hands together and help me welcome to the stage Dr. Thomas Prala.
Thanks, Joe, for the very nice introduction. On behalf of LifeGen Technologies, Rick Weidrich and I are pleased to be working with Nu Skin. We have been impressed with Nu Skin's commitment to scientific excellence, and we see great potential for our partnership. We think that with LifeGen's exclusive proprietary technology of gene expression, profiling, and aging, and Nu Skin's nutritional and skincare expertise, that together we will have a better understanding of the genetic basis of aging and developing the new anti-aging products that will increase the quality of life. My colleague Rick Weindrich would love to have been here today. As Joe explained, exploring the genetic implications of caloric restriction has been a lifelong passion of his, but unfortunately he suffered a back injury and wasn't able to travel to LA with us. But the good news is that I've brought a video message from Rick.
Can we roll the tape from Rick?
I didn't want to miss the opportunity to express my enthusiasm about LifeGen's scientific partnership with Nu Skin. I have spent my entire career looking at caloric restriction and the implications it has on aging and longevity. It's my belief that caloric restriction is the only scientifically validated dietary method to preserve youth. By studying the way genes are expressed in calorically restricted and aging tissue, we can identify the specific gene clusters related to aging. And through our deep understanding of caloric restriction, we've demonstrated the fact that we can design unique strategies to positively impact gene expression, which ultimately affects longevity. It's a growing area of science, and I look forward to collaborating with Nu Skin with the ultimate goal of developing anti-aging products that will preserve youth by targeting the ultimate source of aging.
Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the ageLOC workshop.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you so much. Dr. Tom Proa. So, he grew the beard, by the way, just for you. We're in Hollywood after all. So, as you can imagine, this Nu Skin's relationship with LifeGen adds critical expertise in the field of genetic science. With LifeGen's knowledge of the aging process, we have enhanced our R&D engine to drive our ageLOC technology faster than ever before. Once again, game over. Thank you. Dr. Weindrich and Dr. Proa have also agreed to serve on our newly created Anti-Aging Scientific Advisory Board. So, I cannot emphasize enough how this relationship will create a product future that will be difficult to duplicate by any competitor. So now that we have the tools to identify multiple genes or youth gene clusters that affect aging, what is the next step? That is where the next element of Nu Skin exclusive ageLOC science comes into play. The most important component of our ageLOC technology is our ability to actually reset an individual's youth gene clusters, or YGC, to an activity level that functions closer to the level of our youth. The concept of resetting YGCs is indeed novel. When we use the term reset, we are really talking about balance. By contrast, our competitors are rather simple-minded and more simplistic in their approaches. They believe that it is as simple as turning one gene off or one gene off. The body just doesn't work that way. It's a bit more complex. It's not that easy. Instead, it takes more than that to get a truly anti-aging benefit. Let me give you an example. As many of you know, Natasha was out here, a musician is always in search of the right sound. To do this, they use a sound equalizer. to balance the recorded music so that it's full and nuanced. They're looking for the perfect balance between different instruments as well as higher and lower sound registers. Just as a sound equalizer helps you to get an ideal musical balance, ideally, you want to balance gene functions to get more useful gene activity. So, using this example, some genes would need to be a bit louder, and some genes a little bit quieter to keep you looking young and feeling healthy and vibrant. So, let's just say that each setting on an equalizer correlates with a gene within a used gene cluster. As we age, these genes are not operating anymore at the youthful state. They are, in a word or in a phrase, out of balance, which causes aging to occur at a more rapid pace. With ageLOC, we have learned to adjust the youth gene clusters, which in many ways is similar to adjusting the settings on an equalizer. In other words, we are resetting youth gene cluster activity so that it will return to a more useful state. Still giving me the huh kind of look? Let's use another illustration, okay? Let's listen to a tune that perhaps Blake, Steve, and Sandy may have actually listened to when they were pulling all-nighters, getting the commission checks out to all of you on time. Let's see if you remember this particular song. Let's play it. Band.
Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. Forever young, I want to be forever young.
Okay, band. Thanks, guys. That's perfectly tuned. That's perfectly in balance. Now, if this were a gene cluster, we would call that it was in a balanced, youthful state. Okay? Now, when this same song is not at a youthful state, if you will, it may sound something like that. Why don't I karaoke for you? All right, I got this thing here. No, you're not going to see me strip. Okay, here we go. Lights down a little bit. Let me sing. Forever young, whatever young. I don't even know the words. I'm totally out of balance. Maybe this thing will come on. I think it might work. I have no idea. So this audience equalizer is supposed to come on, but I guess it's not doing it. You know why? Okay, let's. Does this work now? No? Oh, never mind. These props never work anyway. Okay, let's move on. Thank you. The point is, I'll do anything for a living, right? Yeah, I told you I like to pretend to be a scientist. So let's see what happened. Well, that wasn't, when I was singing, it was not exactly in balance. It's really ugly. It really is. I don't even sing in the shower because the water stops. Well, fortunately, with ageLOC signs, we can actually reset the levels. So once again, it sounds perfectly balanced. Let's play the song again. One more time. Band.
Forever. young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever.
Thank you. In fact, if you hear the song carefully, it's actually at a slightly different tempo, but nonetheless, it was still music to my ears. So, there is a valid comparison here with music. Our default state is a youthful state. Genes are not predestined to go out of balance as we age. It can actually happen if we allow it. But it's not inevitable. And if our genes do go out of balance, they can be reset. Just like the levels on an equalizer can be reset. Now, at Nu Skin, we now have a proprietary method of resetting the YGCs so that they will function in more youthful patterns, thereby preserving youthfulness and reducing the obvious signs of aging. In that simple sentence, ladies and gentlemen, that is ageLOC. You've seen LiveGen coming up on stage with Dr. Thomas Proller, and you saw Rick on the video. We have some breaking news. That is not the only partnership, Mark Mabry. That is not the only thing we have kept from you. I'm also pleased to announce that we have initiated a new research partnership with Stanford University. This research collaboration will involve the law firm of Chang, and Kim. No, only kidding. These are actually three rather famous scientists from Stanford School of Medicine, and that would be Dr. Ann Chang, Dr. Howard Chang, and Dr. Stuart Kim from the Department of Developmental Biology. And they will too have been invited to join the Nu Skin Anti-Aging Scientific Advisory Board. These Stanford researchers and scientists are going to study other aspects of skin aging. And they have already seen reversal of aging by genetic intervention applied very late in life. What this means is that ageLOC science now includes another key insight, that the ability to actually reverse the signs of aging is possible. As I say, game over. Now, we all recognize there's a lot of marketing noise about new gene technology, but that's all there is to that. It's noise. Others have used fairly slick ads, multi-million-dollar models to endorse their products. But we spend money on things that count. As always, Nu Skin commitment to product research is unwavering. Once again, our science is driving real product innovation for today and for tomorrow's consumers as well. So, let's review the facts one more time. Who has the exclusive scientific resources to target the ultimate source of aging? Not through a single gene, but through functional groups of genes that influence aging, known as AR supermarkers or youth gene clusters. Nu Skin, check. Next, who has the proprietary technology to identify these functional youth gene clusters that are related to aging at the molecular level? Again, Nu Skin, check. Whose products will reset youth gene clusters to a more useful activity level? New Skin? Check. Who has aggregated the technology, the tools, or the expertise to look at these used gene clusters? New Skin? Check. And finally, who has the two product lines that are equally compelling and can provide you with beauty from the outside and beauty from the inside? That's right. New Skin? Check. The game is over. And the winner has been crowned, and that winner is New Skin. So last June, we provided all our team elite leaders with the first hint of ageLOC. I presented the idea behind ageLOC, and the immediate reaction was quite tremendous. I could see that our team elites were rather excited. During the trip, we also left a sample of ageLOC Future Serum with each of them to get their feedback, as we always do at the team elite trip. Well, since then, requests have not stopped coming in. We have been inundated for more ageLOC product. But I think today, I'd like to tell you a story about that trip and how one of our team elite leaders left and told that story to her downline. Eileen Williams, a team elite from San Diego, couldn't wait to tell the downline about ageLOC when she got home from the trip. It just so happens that one of her new distributors is Dina Lieber. And she was the one. She heard the story about the potential of ageLOC. So when Dina got home, she immediately went to the husband and she mentioned that to her husband. Unfortunately, Dina's husband is no ordinary husband. He is Richard Lieber. And immediately your reaction would be, Richard who? Well, I happen to know that Dr. Lieber is a professor and head of a prestigious research department at the University of California at San Diego. Predictably, Dr. Lieber was rather skeptical about ageLOC. And I don't blame him, rightfully so. He wanted to hear about the science himself to make sure that it's legitimate and not some hokey stuff dreamt up by a company. He doesn't want Dina to be building a business that had no credible products. So he did some homework on ageLOC. But instead of me here telling you what he found and all that, why don't I just get Dr. Lieber to tell it himself? Let's roll the tape.
I'm a scientist at University of California, San Diego. I study muscle, and my wife is a New Skin distributor. So my wife, Dina, found this new product, and it was very appealing, and there was a scientific basis for it. And she asked me if I had heard of the free radical hypothesis of aging. And I told her I had. In fact, I have a textbook that has that in it. So we started talking about it, and started talking in general about how people know if something is really true. So I explained to her that there's, in the scientific literature, as she knows, papers are published and they're reviewed, and the scientific literature, which is housed in a giant database called PubMed at the Library of Medicine, is the definition of what's really true. So we just did a literature search on things like free radicals and aging, and something like 25,000 papers come up. So I said, see, now you know for sure in the scientific literature, free radicals and aging are studied. She had another question about ageLOC, so we just typed in ageLOC in PubMed, and 3 papers come up, and they're all by one person who has 300 plus papers in the refereed literature. Dina came home one day, and she was talking about a new product that was coming out that had to do with the genetic basis of aging. And as a scientist, I thought to myself, well, I know how I would do it if I had to get to it. For example, because we're interested in the genetic basis of muscle aging. So I started asking questions, and no one was really up on it, but they said, well, you could probably have access to Joe Chang, who's this chief scientist. And so I got his cell phone number, called him, he called me back, and we started talking, and I said, the genetic basis of aging of skin is pretty cool, so you must be doing some kind of gene transcriptional profiling experiment, or He goes, yeah, essentially. And I said, so I know a guy who's doing that kind of stuff. You guys know Rick Weindrich? And he said, oh, you know Rick? And I said, yeah, he's a colleague of mine. We review grants, etc. And we started talking about technical science. And he said, well, that's it. I mean, you basically are getting down to the heart of the matter. And then I said, well, then you must be doing this and that and that. And he said, exactly. And I just said, wow. And we talked for a little while more, and he asked me to be very discreet about it because we were talking at some of my wife's meetings. And I just got off the phone. I said, wow, this is exactly the way you would do it if your goal was to sort of a forward-thinking, scientifically based approach to understanding tissue aging. Because it's exactly what we're doing in other tissues. I mean, people are doing it in muscle, liver, kidney. That's just the way it's done. And they hooked up with all the right people. And I told Dina, wow, they're really going at it the right way. It's not the cheap way, and it's not the quick way, but it's the right way.
So what do you think? You can't buy that kind of those comments. I think what we have done, it looks like we have turned this professional skeptic, it is his profession around. In fact, Dr. Lieber wanted to be here today, but he's at a scientific conference in D.C. today, and he offers his apologies. But he will be here tomorrow, so please say hi to him. But his wife, Dina, his better half, and her upline leader, Eileen Williams, are both here today. So can we have a spotlight on those two wonderful ladies? Eileen? There we go, Eileen, hi. Is Dina here? Hi, Dina is all the way back. How are you doing? Thank you. And I think, Dina, you recently achieved Ruby status. Is that right? Congratulations. So, you've been introduced to the Nu Skin's exclusive ageLOC science. Are you ready to now hear about the ageLOC skincare products? Okay, so let's get you out of here in time when we open those doors in the product showcase. All I can say is, prepare to be transformed. I think we might even have a video to show you on this one. Is that right?
Time has arrived to witness a true transformation in the way we appear to age. Millions of people spend billions of dollars each year to reduce the look of aging. Until now, most products merely treated the signs of aging instead of addressing the sources directly. Introducing ageLOC, an entirely new proprietary approach to anti-aging products. Nu Skin ageLOC science is unique because only ageLOC targets both the signs and sources of aging. Nu Skin, in collaboration with leading scientists from around the world, has discovered age-related supermarkers, the ultimate sources of aging that can influence how we age. Through this ageLOC science, Nu Skin has identified youth gene clusters. These functional groups of genes are key AR supermarkers that can regulate how we look as we age. ageLOC science supports resetting youth gene clusters to their youthful patterns of activity and applies this science to the development of Nu Skin ageLOC products. Now you have the power to change the past, present, and future of your skin with ageLOC transformation. This exclusive skincare regimen targets the sources of aging to transform your skin in 8 ways. Youthful skin structure, smooths texture, even skin tone, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, increases radiance, minimizes the appearance of pores, reduces discoloration, increases hydration. Other products promise simple improvement, but ageLOC transformation is unique in delivering comprehensive visible improvements. ageLOC Gentle Cleanse and Tone is a luxurious foaming cleanser that combines cleansing and toning into a single step. Its dual-action formula gently cleanses, purifies, replenishes, and hydrates skin. ageLOC Radiant Day is a lightweight daily use lotion with our highest ever protective SPF 22. Radiant Day visibly brightens and hydrates, delivering younger looking, radiant, flawless skin. ageLOC Transforming Night is a rich, hydrating cream that dramatically reduces the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. Ultra-mild ingredients work with the skin's natural nighttime renewal process, so you wake to glowing, supple, youthful-looking skin. Introducing our most advanced anti-aging formula. ageLOC Future Serum delivers the maximum concentration of ageLOC to the skin. This sublime essence reveals younger-looking skin in 8 ways, combining the benefits of many products into a single powerful formula. No other product does more for younger-looking skin. After only 7 days of using ageLOC transformation, all study participants started showing improvements in 2 or more signs of aging. And after 12 weeks of use, 100% of participants showed an improvement in overall appearance, as graded by a blinded dermatologist. ageLOC products are the most scientifically advanced products Nu Skin has ever created. It's time to experience a true transformation. Transform your look and your life with ageLOC.
I think that's pretty impressive, don't you think? Yeah. Well, this is just the beginning, however, of our intent to develop products based on genetic science. Our ageLOC skincare system is also clinically proven to address, as you saw in the video, 8 different signs of aging. Yes, that's right, 8. For our Asian distributors, that's a lucky number indeed. And if that weren't enough, our research also showed that the product delivered these 8 key benefits in as little as 7 days. You'll hear even more about the ageLOC system from Dr. Nax at tomorrow's workshop, so please try to attend that, including first-hand reaction of those who participated in our independent clinical study. Now you've seen some of the impressive results for the ageLOC skincare products. You should also know that we have validated these products through ageLOC science, since we now know that they affect at least 4 youth gene clusters. Not just another validation. We have shown that these ageLOC products will actually rebalance or reset those 4 youth gene clusters. So it really tells us that our ageLOC science is heading down the right track. As I say, this ageLOC journey has just begun, and our next step is to use the same approach for our Pharmanex products. Just as we ageLOC Nu Skin products, we will be using ageLOC science to develop supplements that have the potential to slow the aging process internally. And now you can be sure that these will not just be your mother's supplements. In fact, I believe that the new Pharmanex products that have been ageLOC or will be ageLOC will create an entirely new category of nutritional supplements. We will develop another MOAS product, but this time, MOAS will stand for the mother of all supplements. So, with these new initiatives, Nu Skin widens the gap between us and the rest of the competition. We've always been well ahead of our industry rivals. Soon, this gulf will be so great there will be only one company that can provide a rewarding business opportunity, supported by truly innovative products. It is game over. So, just to sum up what you have heard over the last hour, ageLOC science is all about targeting the sources of aging, which we are calling age-related supermarkers or AR supermarkers. These AR supermarkers are found in the human genome, where we are going after youth gene clusters to understand their youthful function. Decades of research by our collaborators, LifeGen and Stanford, combined with the identification of the human genome, allow us to identify these youth gene clusters and reset them to the default state of youth. Based on key insights by LifeGen scientists on calorie restriction and Stanford researchers focusing on skin aging, we are fully armed to incorporate this science into the ageLOC products that will be unmatched in the skincare and nutrition industry. ageLOC is transforming Nu Skin. It is only fitting that at this 25th anniversary, Nu Skin is transforming once again. At this very special time in our history, we are launching a monumental breakthrough in the field of anti-aging. I cannot conceive of a better setting for its introduction. Nor can I think of a more appropriate anniversary acknowledgement of our founders' original vision. Blake, Steve, Sandy, Truman, with Nu Skin you have provided our distributors with an opportunity that is truly remarkable. The Nu Skin dream is indeed alive and well. It has improved the quality of life of so many people around the world. Thank you and congratulations to all of you for creating this company. And to our more than 750,000 distributors around the world, let me say this. Nu Skin at its core is you. You were the past, you are the present, and you will be the future. So now, there is a tide in the affairs of men when taken at the flood leads us on to fortune, omitted. All the voyage of their life is bound in the shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat on the Nu Skin voyage. ageLOC is a bright ray of sunshine representing another tremendous business opportunity for all of us. Happy 25th anniversary Nu Skin. Thank you.